Hi and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about Arcadia's DP Projector. There it is. Now, this is the 80 watt version I'm holding. It comes in the 50 watt version also. Now I'm not going to be reviewing this product, essentially I'm just going to be talking about how I use this product in my vivariums, because maybe some questions some people may have as to what's best for what animal and what circumstances it should be used in, whether or not you want to be using a basking bulb or ceramic heat emitter or a DP projector. Now, this is one of my preferences and I use this in two ways. One way is a primary heat source and the other is a supplementary heat source. So I'm just going to go through now, show you my different vivariums and how they're installed. I'll talk about each animal and how it's beneficial to use it, and why I would recommend using it if you're looking to use a heat source for a particular animal. Okay, just a few things to mention about this DP projector. Obviously it doesn't give off any light. It glows kind of orange when it's at full heat. So at night time you'll get a little orange glow, but not anything that's going to disturb any of the animals, which is why it's good for nighttime use as well as daytime use. It does give off infrared A and B, but it doesn't give off any UVB. So obviously you still need to consider using UVB bulbs should your species require it, such as lizards. Okay, then the first vivarium I want to show you, this is my blue tree monitors. Now this is the enclosure. This is 6 foot tall, 5 foot long, 2 foot deep. Now I've got, as you can see, there's 2 heat fittings there. We've got the basking bulb and the DP projector next to each other side by side. Also running off 2 thermostats. As you can see the probes hanging there. Each one's got its own thermostat to regulate the temperature. And of course, I've got a UVB bulb, which is a T5 Arcadia, running most of the length of the tank. Now, the way I use these 2 heat sources, obviously you've got the basking bulb for daytime and the DP projector, which supports that during the day, but then at the night we're just using the DP projector. So obviously this hot spot here, their basking spot, is around 36 degrees, so that DP projector helps support the temperature, making sure it gets nice and hot. If one was to fail, like the basking bulb was to go, as you know that they do have a short lifespan sometimes, if that goes, at least the DP projector is there to support it, help maintain that temperature until the basking bulb can be switched out. And then at night time, when the temperature cools and it goes dark in the vivarium, it's still maintaining the temperature for around 25 degrees. The next one I'm going to show you is the 2 green tree pythons. Now, these 2 are currently paired as we're trying to breed them. That's the female on the right, and then the arrow male on the left. So in this, there's just one heat source. Obviously, at the moment, we're in a slightly smaller tank, although I'm looking to upgrade this soon to a larger tank. But at the moment, they're in a 3x3x2 plastic vivarium. But we're looking to upgrade that to about a 4x4 soon. There's only the one heat source in here, which is the 80 watt DP projector. And that obviously runs during the day, keeps temperatures up to about 30 degrees, roughly in the hottest part. And then obviously cools, but only by a couple of degrees at night. However, I'm doing lower temperature drops at the moment, just to get this breeding cycle started. But like I say, the lighting is provided by a white python LED. Excuse the state of the glass, it does need a bit of a clean. Been spraying it quite a lot, job to keep the humidity up since the snake shed. But yeah, the one light heat source there is good for day and night. And then just underneath, similar setup for the white-lipped python. we're looking at just the one, keeping your hotspot there. It keeps that around 32 degrees. And then at night again, I think it drops by about 1 degree, so it stays quite humid and warm throughout the day and the evening. But being such a large tank, it gets a good range of temperatures. And here we've got another example where we're using the two side by side, using a basking spot next to the DP projector. That's for our little field lizard friend there. Again, has a basking spot of around 36 degrees, so the two of them working side by side to maintain a temperature throughout the day that's hot enough. And then at night again, when the tank goes into darkness, just left with the DP projector running just to keep it warm into the low to the mid-20s. And of course still using that T5 UV bulb. Okay, now we've got the corn snake enclosure. There he is, tucked up in the corner. I got white python LEDs at the top, and then with this one, got a little reflection on the glass there, but essentially that was a ceramic heat emitter, but it swapped out to a DP projector. And I find that the benefits to the animal just far greater, and it just overall works better, I find. And again, this is another green tree python. It's a bit steamy at the moment, it's obviously been sprayed. There she is, sitting up the top. This is another 3x3 by 2 vivarium, just running one DP projector, as you can see. The orange glow, it's getting up temperature since the tank was sprayed. Obviously cooled it down and then it's warming it back up, creating that nice humidity in there. That's one advantage you've got with these, I find, is that you can usually see that they're working, whereas the ceramic heat emitters, obviously just by glancing at them, never really knew whether they were on or not. It's tend to actually check the temperatures inside the tank each time. And then we can see the same in Brazilian rainbow boas tank. We've got one DP projector, and of course the white python LEDs. Although in this green tree python, I've put one of the T5 UVB bulbs in there to work alongside the white python. Just testing that out, see if we get extra benefits for the snake's health. Now here we have an example. This green tree python, this is another female arrow green tree python. Now, this enclosure actually came with the snake when I bought it. I've not had it that long, but it already has installed. You can kind of see at the top of that grey box, basically like a Reptile radiator. It does the job in keeping the tank warm, but obviously this enclosure for me is really quite small, and it's going to be upgraded very soon to something larger. It's going to be another 3x3, which I think is more appropriate now for this snake. But yeah, it does the job, but I don't think it gives it the same range of temperatures as if we had a large tank and then we had the DP projector installed. And it's a bit difficult to see that with the glass, but like I said, it's an option that was installed in. It was been drilled basically into the roof of the tank. So, but it is an option that's available. Okay, so there we have it. Hope that's explained, or at least clarified, how to install and why to use, and how to use the DP projectors. You know, as you can see, I tend to always put them into the corner. I've seen people with vivariums and they've put them in the middle of the tanks, but ultimately you want to create that temperature gradient. So you always want one side hot, the other side cool. Now I know that might seem quite basics to some people that are experienced, but if you're new to this kind of thing, it's something that should be a priority, is keeping that heat source hotspot on one side and a cooler side on the other side. And the way to do that, obviously, is put them at opposite ends to each other. Don't put things in the middle. Keep them to one side, and you'll notice obviously that it'll pay off. And obviously, UVB lighting, that's another topic altogether. But essentially, you need to do your research, make sure you're getting the appropriate bulbs, temperatures for that particular animal. If there's any questions, then obviously drop me a message or paste in the comments, and I'll try and answer anything, any questions you've got. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of these videos, then please hit subscribe. Thank you.